I stepped into the sleek conference room of Thomson Industries, my palms cool and steady, carrying the weight of 3 grueling years like a hidden blade. The air was thick with the scent of fresh coffee and polished ambition, but underneath it all simmered the quiet hum of anticipation. This was supposed to be my moment, the culmination of endless nights hunched over spreadsheets, missed family dinners, and the slow erosion of my own dreams, all poured into this family empire. My husband, Michael, sat at the far end of the mahogany table, his eyes meeting mine with a flicker of encouragement, though his silence spoke volumes. He was always the gentle one, the supporter who never raised his voice, even when the world demanded it. Robert, my father-in-law and the iron-fisted CEO, stood at the head, his face etched with a triumphant smile that made my chest tighten with hope. For a fleeting second, I believed he saw me, truly saw the blood, sweat, and silent sacrifices I'd made. I took my seat, spine rigid, heart pounding in restrained rhythm. As the room settled into expectant hush, "Good morning, team," Robert boomed, his voice echoing off the glass walls. "Today marks a pivotal shift for Thomson Industries. We've scoured for the perfect fit to lead as Senior Vice President of Operations, someone with vision, grit, and an unbreakable tie to our core." My breath caught, fingers curling around the edge of my leather portfolio. This was it. The recognition I'd chased like a shadow. He unfolded a pristine memo, his eyes scanning the room with dramatic pause. "I'm thrilled to introduce our new SVP, Olivia Grant." The name hit like a muffled gunshot, echoing in my skull. Olivia, his distant niece, fresh from some Ivy League program, who'd barely warmed a desk for 6 weeks. The room erupted in polite applause, but it blurred into white noise. I stared at Robert, waiting for the punchline, the correction. None came. Olivia rose from the shadows at the room's edge, her designer suit impeccable, dark waves cascading as she flashed a victorious grin, waving like she'd just claimed an undeserved throne. My gut twisted, a slow burn igniting deep within. I glanced at Michael. His face was a mask of shock. Lips parted, but no words escaped. He averted his eyes, clapping mechanically, his betrayal a quiet knife in the ribs. Robert pressed on, oblivious or indifferent. "Olivia brings fresh energy, innovation, and a deep-rooted connection to this family's heritage. She's the future we need." My nails dug into my palms, drawing tiny crescents of pain to anchor me. I forced a smile, the kind that hides a storm, and rose slowly. Eyes turned, conversations halting. "Congratulations, Olivia," I said, voice smooth as silk over steel. "Well deserved." With that, I gathered my things and walked out, heels clicking a deliberate rhythm on the polished floor, each step widening the chasm of unspoken rage. The elevator doors closed behind me, reflecting a woman unbroken on the surface. But inside, the first cracks of a vengeful resolve were forming. They hadn't just denied me a title, they'd erased my existence. And the silence of that betrayal would soon roar. It all traced back to that fateful call 3 years prior, when Robert's voice crackled over the line from a rainy New York summit. Thomson Industries was teetering, plummeting revenues, fractured supply chains, loyal clients slipping away like sand. "Emily," he'd said, using my name like a lifeline, "we need you. Your expertise could turn this around." I was thriving then. As a logistics strategist at a boutique consulting firm in Boston, stable pay, weekends free, a team that valued boundaries. But family pulled like gravity. Michael nudged gently. "It could be our legacy. Building together." So I leaped, slashing my salary, abandoning security for trust. No contracts, no guarantees, just the illusion of belonging. From day one, I plunged into the chaos. Warehouses overflowed with inefficiencies. Contracts bloated with hidden fees. Staff morale in the gutter. I rebuilt it brick by brick, streamlined procurement in a fortnight, retrained teams on cutting-edge software, pulled all-nighters when systems crashed. Crises became my domain, vendors bailing, deadlines imploding, and I fixed them all. Earning Robert's gruff pats on the back, "You're the backbone here, Emily." I clung to those words, even as I skipped my best friend's baby shower for an emergency audit, or ignored Michael's pleas to unplug during our rare date nights. "You're grinding yourself down," he'd murmur, but never fought for me. Sacrifice was the family creed, and I internalized it, believing loyalty would forge my path upward. By year one, profits rebounded. Clients returned with praise. Robert handed me a modest bonus, muttering, "You've pulled us from the brink." No title, though, just more weight on my shoulders. Year two, I mustered the courage to ask about advancement. "Patience, Emily," he chuckled. "You're invaluable as is." I swallowed the doubt. Redoubling efforts, leading acquisitions, forging global ties, mentoring hires who mistook me for exec level. Whispers grew, "Emily's the real force here." Yet reviews came and went with vague affirmations. "Keep shining." The pattern gnawed at me, give endlessly. Hope silently. Receive crumbs. I wasn't just working, I was vanishing into the machine. My identity tethered to their success. My wounds deepening in the quiet. Then Olivia arrived. Announced via a curt email, new talent joining ops for fresh insights. She sauntered in late, latte in manicured hand, exuding entitlement. "Hi, I'm Olivia," she drawled, barely glancing my way. "Where's Uncle Robert?" The familial tie hit like a slap, no heads up. Not even for Michael. Robert brushed it off. "She's kin. Fresh MBA. Give her a shot." A shot? This was a battlefield, not a tasting menu. Still, professionalism held. I onboarded her. Corrected her blunders, mispronounced partners, botched reports, while she yawned through tutorials. "Thanks." Whatever she'd say. If at all. Robert chuckled at her gaffes. "She's green. Mentor her, Emily." Weeks blurred into subtle sabotage. Olivia infiltrated exec huddles I was barred from, snagged my assistant, strutted with unearned confidence. Staff bypassed me for her, drawn by the family halo. I confronted Robert. "Is she fast-tracked?" He waved it away. "Families got privileges. You're rock solid. Emily, focus on that. Solid." The word landed like a cage, trapping my growing resentment. Michael downplayed. "It's temporary. You've earned your spot." But the erasure stung. A psychological scar widening with each overlooked email, each stolen credit. I wasn't overlooked, I was invisible. My loyalty a one-way street to oblivion. The tipping point came on a crisp autumn morning. The office buzzed with normalcy. But as I neared my door, dread coiled. My nameplate gone. Replaced by Olivia Grant, Senior VP, Operations. Below, a cardboard box crammed with my life, wilted succulent. Anniversary photo with Michael. Worn mug. Peering in, Olivia lounged in my chair, scrolling idly. "Oh, Emily," she cooed. "HR was supposed to call. Restructuring. You know? Uncle said you'd understand." Understand? She'd pilfered my blueprints, my systems, my sweat. I turned without a word. The hallway a gauntlet of averted eyes. Robert's door shut tight, no courtesy, no dialogue. In the elevator, clarity crystallized. I'd been a tool, discarded when a shinier one appeared. The betrayal's silence screamed, fueling a cold, calculated fire. That night, I cooked Michael's favorite, steak au poivre, masking turmoil and routine. He sensed the void but probed gently, retreating when I deflected. In the dim study, I drafted my resignation, factual, unflinching, chronicling the exploitation, the broken promises, the final indignity. No venom, just truth, a mirror to their hypocrisy. I emailed it to myself, a small smile breaking through. They'd silenced me, now my exit would echo. Dawn brought resolve. I donned my sharpest suit, the one from my inaugural day, and strode into the office like a specter. The air crackled with unspoken tension. In the glass-walled war room, Robert, Olivia, Michael, and suits convened. I entered unannounced, envelope in hand. For you, I placed it before Robert. Voice even. He scanned, face paling. Resigning? You're essential, he blustered. Overreacting to Olivia? I met his gaze. This is about dignity denied. Michael rose, conflicted, but silent, his pattern, his price. Your family, Robert pleaded. Precisely why it hurts, I countered. Turning to Michael, a bittersweet nod. Then out I went, shoulders unburdened. The first wave of vengeance in motion through mere absence. The implosion was swift, poetic. Whispers morphed to outrage. 3 key managers I'd nurtured bolted within days. Citing lost faith. Clients I'd wooed withdrew. One emailing Robert, no Emily. No deal. Michael confided in hushed calls. Robert raged, interrogating staff. But the void I left exposed the fragility. Olivia floundered, delayed shipments, fractured alliances, frantic pleas for my files. I ignored them, fielding offers from rivals, selecting a powerhouse firm in Chicago, EVP role, equity, autonomy. There, I was Emily Thompson, respected on merit, not blood. Then the envelope arrived, Thompson docs. Memos exposing Olivia's embezzlement, siphoned funds, phantom vendors I'd warned about. Robert sued her, begging my testimony to salvage his sinking ship. Irony twisted like a knife. Michael called, he needs you. I declined via counsel, no contact. Olivia ousted amid scandal. Clients fleeing. Michael resigning into uncertainty. The dynasty crumbled not by my hand, but by the vacuum of my silence. Revenge wasn't fireworks, it was the quiet cost of their choices, betrayal's echo. My peace reclaimed, a lesson in the fragility of unearned empires.